Hello, supply chain management students. This is our last week of Management 6133. This is exam week. So I'm sure you're tired, and I've been working hard finishing this course, and if you're taking other courses, finishing those up as well. So you've pretty well made it. Just one more thing to do. So I just wanted to remind you that I have posted a review online. So for week 14, if you go to week 14 module, you can go here, and this is where the review is. So it shows you where you should be focusing your studying and what to expect on the final test. So the final test will be open on FOL, so you write it through the FOL quiz tool. It will be open April 16th to April 22nd. So you can go on to Fanch Online and write it anytime in between the April 16th and the 22nd. So you can click on here and we'll take you to the test, or you can go here and there's the test. You can click on there, and I will also have a link in the announcements. So that is where you go to write the test. So I'm just going to open up the review. So if you click on the review, just show you what it looks like. It again shows you where to focus your studying. So it is a 2-hour exam, so when you go to write it, you'll only have 2 hours to write it. It is written as a closed book exam, so you do not have time to look things up, so you need to study to prepare for it. You need to be the one signed on to FOL writing the exam. You can't have somebody else do it for you. You need to write this individually. You can't be doing it as a group or calling people or whatever. You have to do it individually. Please also do not copy or distribute any portion of this exam. I know you can take screenshots or pictures or whatever. If you share information in any manner, that's an academic offense. So please don't do that. So test number 2, this final exam, will focus on material since test number 1 up to and including week 13. So it will cover things like readings from the textbook, materials covered in class, material covered in the virtual activities. It will also cover the fresh connection and the guest speaker. There will be questions on those. Even though it's covering since test number 1, there will be questions regarding leadership, social intelligence, global citizenship, and implementation skills. So make sure you review that material. So, we cover that again in reference to the guest speaker and the fresh connection. So there are 31 multiple choice questions worth 31 marks. There's 3 ordering questions worth 7 marks, 2 matching questions worth 4 marks, and 6 written response questions worth 18 marks. So it's for a total of 60 marks. So make sure you go back and review the production process. So all the information, as far as SAP, be familiar with what a bill of material looks like on SAP, what routings look like on SAP, what a work center looks like, those sorts of things. So be able to interpret, the display requirements list, bills of materials, routings, and work centers. So take a look at that. As far as material planning process, again, all the information we covered on the material planning process. As far as SAP, make sure you know what a sales and operations plan looks like on SAP and be able to interpret it. Review the inventory and warehouse management processes. So everything we learned about that process. As far as an SAP, make sure you know what a bin status report and storage bin report look like in SAP. So on process integration, again, everything to do with all the processes and how they interact. Make sure you know how to interpret a document flow from SAP. You did that in your last assignment. So again, don't forget, there will be questions on the guest speaker. So with reference to Ryan Bridgen from the beer store, be able to answer questions, what did you learn about supply chain leadership, global citizenship, social intelligence, implementation skills? What did you learn about SAP from him? Any general learnings you learned about supply chain? The fresh connection simulation. So be able to answer questions about that. So understand, what did we do to increase supply chain surplus? What leadership qualities would help you make better decisions? How could you incorporate global citizenship and social intelligence in managing the fresh connection? How could you incorporate implementation skills into managing a fresh connection? So be able to answer those things. So that's what you'll be covering in your final test. If you have any further questions, please reach out to me. It has been a pleasure teaching you, and I wish you good luck on your final test. Please keep in contact with me, and all the best for the future. Have a great summer, and reach out to me if you need anything.